It's about to go down.
It's lovely pass, and here he turns cleverly. Can he find a finish? Oh, he can!
Skill by Joshua, and a return right hand. Good counter right. Bullet is hurt. Second right hand. That clipped him as well. Now he goes in for the kill.
Well, Ricciardo is inching into the lead, and Ricciardo that win the Italian Grand Prix.
Iguodala running the floor.
Still leading the way with Canada in there too, with the Netherlands.
And Musa makes it 4 goals in 2 World Cup matches.
The Monaco Grand Prix. Ricciardo triumphant in Monza.
Through Bowden, Barrett, and an early touch and an excellent.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
Hello out there, and you're welcome to Sports Orbit, reaching you from Leadership TV. My name is Afa Acho. Salifu Usman is right here at me once again. Salifu, welcome to this edition of Sports Orbit.
Thank you, Alpha. It's always nice being with you.
Yeah. All right. On this edition of Sports Orbit, we'll begin from the news coming from CAF, where CAF is considering the postponement of 2023 African Cup of Nations bid for Côte d'Ivoire. However, actually, they have raised concerns over the weather conditions in Côte d'Ivoire around particularly this time of the year. Just like even in Nigeria, July is usually July is usually a time of a very high rainfall. So CAF officials are scared that the condition will be the same next summer, and scheduling the competition during the rainy season might not be a good idea. Speaking to a French publication, Secretary General Veron Momba admits they are considering a change in date due to the weather considering. He said, "We are considering it. It is one of the possibilities. We have asked Ivorian meteorologists to report to us on rainfall history in Côte d'Ivoire in June and July, but also to share their projections with us. The last time Côte d'Ivoire hosted the AFCON was in '84, which was incidentally won by Cameroon." So CAF willing to postpone Nations Cup as a result of rainfall. Should that be an excuse? Rainfall? Is there enough reason to postpone a tournament such as the AFCON?
Well, it's enough. Yes, it's enough reason based on the topographies and the nations of African rainfall, and it's one of the main reasons why CAF is always holding AFCON in early of the year in the dry season. Yeah. Even despite even despite that many of African players has also kicked against that date of because that January, February is always the peak of the season for their club side. And but over the years has also said that no, because of our own topography and because of our own rainfall system, we can't afford to hold CAF Champions League, CAF AFCON in the summer where everybody's proposed. And at the same time, if you look at the vividly, I was casting a doubt that either it will be likely to hold the CAF AFCON this year, this year after the Cameroon hold early this year. And at the same time, at the moment we are still playing the qualifiers. We have not even done with the qualifiers. Left alone. When are we going to hold the holding next year? It's supposed to be holding next year. Next year. And if you are looking at the summer, the first thing that I would have done is either to push it, shift it forward, come to the February or January. But and at the same time, although they are high,
don't forget that the World Cup is also November.
The World Cup, yes, the World Cup is also November, December, and for a team like an African team, who are about 5 of them who are going to participate in the World Cup, having played tournament in November, December, and going back again, and then January, February, come back for another tournament. It is not repeated because, and if they put it in the summer, when she could have received ideally enough time for them to analyze and prepare. But because of the rainfall system in Africa, and particularly that particular time is a peak of the rain, and because of we can't hide from the fact that in Africa we don't have a very good draining system, so our fish are always waterlogged, and it's always part of the thing. So the excuse is very genuine if there's any other high hidden agendas, and at the same time, I don't even know whether they are ready for in terms of as concerned facilities. So, but maybe it may likely come down to what everybody is always saying, that because even hosting this tournament for 2 years, a lot of people have kick against it. It's probably to put it there 4 years. But Africa, the CAF of their own system have always argued that it will not be proper for their own, not be proper for them to be hosting it for 4 years. But just like you say, this is the World Cup year. World Cup is November, December. I remember the league system, the league system, the league season will be going to break during the World Cup. And at the same time, after the World player come from the World Cup, and then to call for another, call for a player to go to release a player for another African system of very difficult. So, but what is that? I think Africa, the CAF should just think of what is the best for Africa, what is the best for Africa, and decide what is the best and go with it.
Well, I mean, I completely agree too. I think CAF will need to make a decision on what is best for Africa and host. Away from that now too, the Presidential Committee on Football Master Plan have concluded their assignment, and yes, Committee Chairman Ibrahim Galadima said in a statement that they have completed their assignment and was ready and awaiting formal presentation at the Ministry of Youth and Sport to the minister. Stating, he said, "We have finished the assignment. We are waiting to present the report." There were speculations whether the committee was still working or when it will conclude the assignment. We have concluded the assignment. Although he refused to give details of the report, beyond saying the report is detailed, has come up with practical solutions to issues affecting football and a sustained development master plan. Yeah. Much has been said about this committee since it was set up. I think was it last week or 2 weeks ago. They were with the minister, took a wonderful picture, but here Galadima is saying they concluded the engagement and are just ready. What is left now is just to table the report to the honorable minister.
Well, it's in the best position. Is the head of the committee, and has given the information that they have received the assignment. I believe him, and what is that? It's not talking the assignment. All what everybody is saying, that we hope that whatever they put on ground, whatever their recommendation will be implemented, and then just like you say we provide the proper solution to the problem of Nigerian football. We hope so, and we pray so. But this particular committee was inaugurated in November last year, and they were given 12 weeks. That was 12 weeks. That's 3 months to finish the assignment. They were supposed to submit this report probably February or March. But the couldn't meet up now. We are talking by the end of June. By tomorrow we're in July. And thank God, it's never late than never. It's better late than never. Now they have completed the assignment, and we hope that by the time they submit the report to the Honorable Minister of Youth and Sport, and it will be properly documented and to ensure that it serves as a guide for the football development in this country. But my worry is that a lot of money has been spent to put this committee together, and a lot of money has been spent to put this committee together. It can be, though I don't have any statistical figure about how much has been spent, but based on the history and what has always happened in Nigeria, if I'm not mistaken, no less than 100 million might have been spent to this committee to do this work. But if you spend so huge amount of money and only to just keep the document somewhere to gather the dust, that has been the practice over the years. We can go on in several committees upon committees has been set up in Nigeria football, different recommendations, a lot of low in the first place, even the chairman, even in the fairness to the chairman of the committee, Ibrahim Galadima, during their inauguration, even during the inauguration of the committee, also even said that he say that the honorable minister, he will not be obliged to undertake such assignment next time again, because he strictly believes that there are enough documents there to serve as a guide to the development of the world. And if you also remember, the former Nigerian legends, Amis Amaka, withdrew from serving that committee on the excuse that there's no need for it because according to him, that there are many recommendations and many.
I just wanted to even ask you that question too. I said,
many reports of the committee.
Development, do we need to set another committee?
So many reports of committees who have been there over the year gathered dust. So if you spend such huge, this 1 million, 100 million, I'm just imagining, I'm just arguing that nothing less than that might have been spent to put this committee together.
I mean, we know how committees go, how this is happening in Nigeria.
Some of them fly from outside the country. They are hotels, accommodation, allowances, and everything, and then the stationaries and everything. So to put this committee together, if you spend just a huge of money, and at the end of the day, or only just to put the document somewhere, and that is what is likely going to happen. For instance, the current Minister of Youth and Sport, Sunday, the highest he can stay in office is June next year.
I wanted to even make that point.
He has less than a year to stay in office, and if he has less than a year, how sure are we that the next minister who is come after him will
even be interested
in this report? Or how are we that even in Nigeria football, who are supposed to be the beneficiary of this report, are interested in this document? For instance, even in Nigeria football, for example, also kick against this committee. They never work with this committee, and they never even believe in this committee on the pretense that they will even allege that the committee is coming to usurp their power. So you just have to just keep on repeating, do the same thing at the same time, on and often. Well, it is good that Brian Gadima, no doubt, the credibility of the people who serve as this committee, there's no doubt about their credibility. Very honest people, very, very notable Nigerians, very notable Nigerians who have played their due in the game of football. Ibrahim Galadima, Shekotebami, name them, Idoui Yomi, Sondo Lucius, all prominent Nigerians, and both Nigerians, so you can think about that. If they are put their heads together, that whatever come out from this great Nigerians will definitely serve as a solution to Nigerian football if we are ready to implement it.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree with you. And of course, on the part where the NFF even kicks against, for me, I feel things like football development should be the purview of the Football Federation. Yeah, I mean, it's part of their responsibility. Then setting up another committee to come about how football can be developed, for me, well, we always have different of this kind of committee where at the end of the day...
Although, there is a duty of the Nigeria football to develop football, but there's nothing wrong if truly you are lacking information, you are lacking any document to work on. Somebody can draw a blueprint, and if okay, this is a blueprint, you can you work on this? Can you work on this? It's left for you to implement. There's nothing wrong on calling people who you feel that are expert and knowledgeable and know the technical how things to be done. It goes, you can put the ideas together and present to you. See this blueprint, can you work on it? It's possible.
Completely, and I agree. Well, let's see. Once they submit that report, we'll have preview of the complete details. We'll see what's contained inside of it, and we'll see how it will go about, solving developmental and fashioning out the proper development program for football in Nigeria. Away from that now to the MPFL, where Ibrahim Galadima has be announced as the new chairman of MPFL side Kano Pillars, and he will take charge from former chairman Surajo Shuaibu Jambul, who was recently sacked by the government. The sack of Jambul is not unconnected with his recent attack on an assistant referee in the rescheduled with 31 match between Pillars FC and Dakada FC in Kaduna. So, for me, I think a good one by the state government to swiftly step into that situation, because, like we said severally on this program, it was very shameful of Jambul for what he did. A chairman of a club like Kano Pillars descending so low as attacking officials.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I commend the Kano State government for taking that decision. But my only concern about disappointment is that, yes, Ibrahim Galadima is a very renowned name. Anytime you mention his name, he speaks bold, he command respect, and he command integrity. Anytime you mention him in the game of football, his name command a lot of respect. His name command a lot of integrity in the game of football. But my only one, Ibrahim Galadima is no longer a young man. It's really easy. So keep on pushing him there and there anyway we find solution.
Not forgetting that he's also chairman of the presidential committee that we just spoke
At
about.
the same time, even the chairman of Kano State Sports Commission.
Yeah.
So anytime we find it doesn't mean I don't have another Ibrahim Galadima in Kano. Apart from if the chairman has misbehaved, we can't find another Ibrahim Galadima in Kano. Yes, I'm not saying that Ibrahim Galadima eminently overqualifies to handle that position, but it's like too much is being put on this old man. You should allow it's already at his entire age, and they should allow him some measure to rest. Everywhere we have problem, we put Galadima. Anywhere there where there's a katakata, Galadima there. Anywhere there's issue, Ram Galadima there. At least we should have another people. We should look somewhere else. Ibrahim Galadima can be a guide, but to put an elderly man is rather an elderly man, to be running from here to here to manage the club, to manage club affairs. To me, in my opinion, it's like putting too much pressure on this man. They should allow him to enjoy his health at the elderly age.
Oh, I agree with
but
you.
it's good that he's good, and that's why you are so good. They say good. I don't know how to call it. Good reward for good labor is more reward for good work is more work. So because it's always excelling anywhere they saw, anywhere he went, anywhere there's issue, they always drag him there. But what their friends both at the federal government level and at the state level, they should please look somewhere else. They can ask him for his counseling and for advice, but they should allow the old man to rest, to enjoy his elderly age, to enjoy his life, not to be running here to do his work.
Like you said, completely. But in this part of the world, we are fond of recycling. Exactly. I mean, and that's why a lot of there are other, upcoming football administrators, I believe, even in Kano, who would have done a good job. But
even a young man of tactic and do this job, to give them exactly. To keep on being the grandfathers.
Yes.
When are they going to retire to leave a state for the young man, for the young one? You can't tell me that in Kano there's no other person to manage the affair of the Kano pillars.
Exactly.
If the club chairman misbehave, not to call an elderly man, Ibrahim Galadima, from his retirement to come and manage the club at this time of his age.
I agree. Anyway, we'll go for a short break, and when we come back, Sport Update continues. Don't go nowhere.
For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
Welcome back from that short break. You're still on to Sports Orbit now to some boxing where the long-awaited rematch between Anthony Joshua and Alexander Usyk will actually hold in July. And ahead of that fight, Joshua is actually desperate and doing everything possible to ensure that he wins this rematch and get back all of the belts he lost to Usyk. Recall that he actually lost 3 belts, which was the WIBF, the WEA, and the WBO heavyweight titles, and he is hungry for the talking to end so he can get in the ring once again and do the job against Usyk in July in that long-awaited rematch. So for Joshua, looks like it's time for revenge.
I wish him best of luck.
Yeah.
And hope he will be lucky again. it is not easy to be lucky twice.
At all.
Because when he first lost to that the Mexican guys and they get the rematch and get the back. Now against UC.
Who is a tougher opponent.
Alpha opening, who I hope and I strongly believe that because at the moment Joshua is almost looking out of the scene. The most hype about his name is no longer being heard.
No, but it's really like that. Once you are a champion, once you are off that position, the focus is now on the new champion.
He's no longer the center of attraction. So, and he doesn't have anything to even bring to the table for this match. So I hope and I pray that the Nigeria spirit in him, the Nigeria blood in him, will prepare him to excel and then be able to get his belt back. I can't wait and continue to see him get that belt back. But we still want him to keep that belt.
Exactly. I agree. And for me, that fight will come up in July, and we will be looking forward to that one as it pans out. Away from that now to some tennis where Serena Williams has actually said talks of, her to retire are completely baseless as she's already preparing for the US Open. According to her, she said, the US Open was the place where I won my first slam. It's super special. There's definitely a lot of motivation to play, to get better and play at home. Recall that she lost to Hamilton of France in 3 straight sets to be knocked out of the current ongoing Wimbledon. But completely she was rusty in that match. And she actually admitted, but she's eagerly looking forward to the US Open, which is her home country. Then hopefully maybe home advantage might work in her favor to at least, even if not to win, but at least to go at least to a more advanced level in the competition before she's been knocked out.
The target is to win.
To win, basically, on home soil.
But it's like she's responding directly to our analysis. What we talked about
yesterday, exactly.
I think that it is good to quit when the ovation is loud. And but what is she that holds her body, and you know where the limit at which she can push her body to. But for the fact remains that Serena Williams is no longer young, and
exactly.
she know that at 41, and the mother, she know that she can no longer contest the space where the space at which the young ones are coming up. And that is why if you watch the match, her last match in the US, in Wimbledon. Yes, in the first set he was completely down. It is what even in the last set that he's tried to replicate to show the glimpse of what people see, to see that this is Serena on the court.
Yeah.
Even everybody who came to watch her and her return from Egypt to mine were all disappointed in the first and the second set. But it's only in the third time that people now begin to say, yes, this is Serena on the low. But unfortunately, that was not enough to progress to the next to progress in the competition. But now he's dreaming of going to US Open, which nobody in as much nobody wants her to out of the scene at the moment. But what we were saying and what we're saying that it is better to leave when the operation is loud and when nobody is calling you, nobody is out, is singing your praise.
I agree. So for her, 40, but recent times, a lot of sportsmen have been defying age.
Yeah.
A lot of them have been giving the young ones a run for their money, refusing to leave the scene, and they are even winning more and more titles as they get older. So maybe for her, just like you said, she's the one who owns her body. He actually admitted that clearly for Wimbledon she was rusty, but it was just for her to get back to a proper competition setting. Who knows, maybe for the US Open she will be more prepared.
Inshallah, and just like you say, sportmen and women are beginning to grow like Nigerian leaders
Exactly.
who never want to quit the scene because they can imagine you have Buhari's head of state at the age of 30 something, and now at the age of 70 to 80, he's still our president. So, but just like the sportsmen are trying to begin to copy from Nigerian politicians and Nigerian leaders when they don't want to leave the scene for the younger one to sign. And just like say in the football, we witness it recently in the football where the Luka Modric at 36 and Benzema were all shining. When they take the shine off the younger ones. Well, for Serena Williams, we wish her well and we hope that he'll be able to cover it because just like you say, get off the mass frosting in her and get her body fit into the competition proper and the US Open. Probably see her in the final again. Just everybody, we want everybody, and especially every black race in particular, we want Serena Williams to achieve that mark of equaling the Grand Slam's record.
Exactly. All right, that's that. Time is now to some transfer news where Romelu Lukaku finally has made a sensational return back to Inter Milan, and Chelsea actually confirmed in a statement yesterday. They said Lukaku is making a return to Inter after helping them win the Serie A title in his first spell. The statement said Romelu Lukaku will spend the 2022-2023 campaign with Inter Milan, completing a season-long move from Chelsea. The Belgian returns to the Italian side where he previously spent 2 years and won the title. So finally,
well, congratulations to Lukaku and then to everybody that's in Bayern. We hope that you're able to replicate the form you have at Italy for a little sense again.
yes, exactly. I mean, congrats to him. Anyway, to our final story before we leave, the story where Bayern Munich striker Robert Lewandowski is ready to take drastic measures to seal a move to Spanish giants Barcelona. The 33-year-old who will enter the final year of his contract with the Bavarians has no desire to sign a new deal. He has publicly requested the German champions for an exit while admitting that he wishes to join Barcelona this summer. And part of those measures is planning to do similar to when he was at Dortmund. When Bayern came after him for Dortmund were unwilling to let him go. As a result of that, he went on strike and didn't return for pre-season. So this time again, he's already planning to go on strike and not return for pre-season. Because Bayern, as of yesterday, Bayern submitted another third offer. But Barcelona has submitted a third offer, but Bayern has insisted it's either 50 million euros or nothing.
Lewandowski is so passionate and so dream. His dream is to play in Barcelona. I'm still wondering why he's still very dream still playing Barcelona, despite the present condition of Barcelona.
That's the funny thing. So
ordinarily one would have expected that Barcelona is one of the biggest teams. If it was in the year past about
exactly
3 to 4 years ago,
yes, there's really nothing attractive in Barcelona now.
Nothing that attractive at Barcelona now. But I wonder why the policeman is desperately want to play in Barcelona. Well, maybe it will be the Benzema and then the Barcelona back to where they are. But for him, but one thing is that worry with the club is that when the player are so desperate that they want to do, why holding on to him unwilling?
No, but the truth is how football transfer work is every club has evaluation. It's not like they're saying you can't go. If you want to go, but then if you need him that badly, pay us this amount of money and we'll let him go. The first time Barcelona came with 30 million, Bayern turned it down. They now came with an improved offer of I think 35, turned down. Then yesterday they made it 40. Bayern have insisted it's 50 million euros or nothing.
But there's one thing that I also want to consider. Lewandowski is no longer a young player.
No, I agree,
35, isn't it?
I agree, but that's what the club are saying. This is what we want to gain.
So Barcelona also has to calculate how long this guy.
Exactly.
The best you can get from this police
is 2 seasons.
It's 2 seasons. So the Barcelona has to also calculate if you buy him short a huge amount of money, are we going to get a top for the investment? But one thing sometimes in football, just like those who do the football business, will tell you that even buying players with a short amount of money, within the merchandise and the clubs and the jersey, so will guarantee you a return of your investment. Yeah. So in Barcelona, just like what you say, Barcelona, if they desperately want him, and I believe that even most of the Barcelona fans have already begun to dream of him looking for himself. So why not go ahead and buy him? More importantly, at the moment that Barcelona cannot even have any player in his status. at the Barcelona at the moment. Because Barcelona player at the moment, nobody you can compare to his team. So definitely.
But they brought in Aubameyang, who seemed to be doing well, but maybe that seemed not to be enough for Barcelona.
I don't think that should be enough. Even we know that Aubameyang cannot be on the class of
In some quarters, some people have said that he feels playing in Spain will give him a better chance of winning the Ballon d'Or.
Well, like talk of when the Real Madrid. Barcelona is not the attraction at the moment.
At all. Anyway, viewers, with that, that's where we draw the curtain on today's episode of Sports Orbit. Tomorrow we'll be back again to give you the weekend edition of Sports Orbit. So do join us once again at 4 o'clock tomorrow for another wonderful episode of Sports Orbit. Thank you for being around once again.
Thank you, my regular host.
All right, tomorrow again we'll bring you another wonderful edition. Stay safe out there. I bring your host Alpha Acho, and bye-bye from here.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.